Hey guys, Chairman37X here bringing my first video on the Cookie Clicker mobile version. That's right. For any of you guys who haven't been aware that this is, as far as I'm aware, this has been in the works for a long time. Ortel recently just released this to, I think, the $15 tier and above patrons, which if you have the money, I highly recommend you at least do that for 1 month, just because you get to name a grandma, so I'm looking forward to doing that. But, yeah, he also said that he's going to open this up. You know, this is like the closed. This is actually the alpha phase of the game right now. But later stages of development, he's going to open it up to more Patreon tiers, and obviously, eventually, he's going to release it to everyone. But alright, this is, like I said, this is mostly going to be an introductory video, going over just the basics of the game. You know, what's different from what I can tell from the base game, what's the same. Stuff like that. I'm actually going to go ahead and open up Cookie Clicker on the other monitor just so I make sure that I have direct numbers to reference with some of this stuff. Okay. So let's go ahead and hop into it here. First off, you'll notice I actually was planning on starting with a fresh save, but I then realized there's going to be probably some deviations potentially from the main game later on, and you know, some mechanics are going to work a bit differently. So I actually want to get as far as I can into this game as possible. So I actually wanted to get a head start before I did this video. But I mean, you guys know how early Cookie Clicker goes. I'm still very much early on, as you can see here. You get your cookie, you get this really nice little animation when you click it. You'll also notice the sounds. That's the alternate cookie sound, actually. I think in the base game, normally there's like in the normal game there's like a setting that lets you choose an alternative sound. This is actually that sound, which is interesting. You see, instead of the you got the cookies showing up in the background. You got milk, which I'm already at chocolate milk. I actually just had a glitch that I think I'm going to show at the end of this video, involving a golden cookie. So if you're interested in that, stick around before the outro for that. So I'm actually much farther ahead than I was like 20 minutes ago. Okay, so you have your cookie tab. You have, you know, your 5 tabs down here. Well, I guess let me just go over up here. You have the news ticker at the very top, which is nice. It just constantly scrolls every single... It doesn't loop, so like at the end of this one, there'll be a gap, and then it's actually a separate piece, as you can see. You got your count, you got your CPS, pretty standard stuff. You got your cursors if you got them. That was actually a golden cookie. I clicked it too fast. Yep, there's golden cookies. When you get one, there's a little golden icon that appears down here. The only effects I've seen are the one that like boosts your CPS by a bit, and then Frenzy, but there may be more that I haven't seen, and I'm sure there's going to be more in the future. Next, we have the store tab. This is where you got pretty much everything you would expect. This is all your basic buyables. So at the top, you got your buildings. As you can see, I can at least confirm up to what is this guy? Antimatter condensers. Yes, I didn't recognize it by the icon. We have at least up to antimatter condensers. I actually expect that all of the buildings are here, up through chance makers. So I can't confirm that completely yet. I'm sure there are people who can confirm that by now. But you see, you got all the buildings. You got some buying and selling options. These are actually, so you can do 100. 1, 25, 100 or max for either buying or selling, which is nice. I'm kind of hoping he adds a buy by 10, because buying by 10 is something I like to do a lot, but either way, it's you know, obviously not a high priority issue. So you have your buildings, and then you also have your upgrades here. Also, you'll notice the entire time you can always see your CPS, total cookies, and ticker. I think that's the case in all of the tabs, so another good thing to note there. Here in your upgrades, you have the buy all option, which is very handy. I actually want to say that buy all, yeah, isn't buy all upgrades? I can't remember. Was that a heavenly upgrade in the base game? I actually can't remember right now. Either it was heavenly upgrade or it was added. It was added pretty recently, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. I've been playing this game for a long time, so a lot of it gets a bit fuzzy for me. But I want to say that's a pretty recent feature. But here you got it right off the bat, which is really nice. There's just a few of the upgrades that I have available right now. So actually, if we go back to buildings, I'm going to show off the info tab. So it tells you how much each of that building produces. your total CPS from that building, from all of the instances of that building, and how many cookies you've gotten from that building total. One thing I'm sure he's going to add, it would really be nice, is in the base game you have a few more stats. You have, most notably, the total percentage that building contributes to your CPS. That single stat is very helpful to me. So that's one I'm sure we're gonna, again, it's very actively being developed, but just a small note. That's a very useful bit of info. You can see you can open it up for any visible building, even ones, which is interesting, even one that you don't have yet, which is kind of fun. But yeah, so that shows you that. Upgrades, let me actually see exactly what this shows, because I didn't actually check. Okay, so this shows the lore. It really just shows, I guess if you want to call it lore, the little write-up here. So that's mostly what that shows, but that's obviously nice, because those little tidbits are some of the most flavorful parts of the game. Pardon the pun. So I think that's all. Also, if you have, I think when you are able to purchase a new item in the store and you aren't already in the store tab, a little golden icon will appear there as well. So that's good, in case suddenly you have access to a new upgrade, that will actually tell you. Or I don't know if it's when you can buy it or if it's when it becomes available, because I notice whenever I get access to one of the new cursor upgrades, the ones that boost your cookies per click, the golden icon goes off there. But anywho, next we have the special tab. Not much here yet. You see ascending is not implemented, but this is where you do the ascending. I also actually read in the patch notes for the most recent version, which I think he released, I think it might have been like the base version. This is the one released on June 7th. Graham Apocalypse is actually in this version of the game. I think when I reach that point, I may actually do another video on that. I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna ask you guys for suggestions on that a bit later on. But apparently it will be in the special tab. What part of it will be in the special tab? I am not sure actually. So that's definitely a point of interest for me right off the bat. But for the meantime, special tab, not much going on yet. But obviously, at the very least, Ascending and Graham Apocalypse are here, so pretty important stuff. Not really much else to say there. Next we have stats. Shows some basic stats, nothing too crazy, but a lot of pretty nice things. Cookies baked, apparently I'm at 1 trillion, which is pretty nice. Nice little value to pop in on. CPS multiplier. I'm assuming this is from stuff like the cookie upgrades and stuff like that. I'm assuming is what that means. Cookie taps. You got a log here, which is really cool. This, I believe, starts... Yeah, this starts from when you log on, and whenever you get a golden cookie or any upgrades, it will show up in this log in case you happen to miss it, which is really cool. Of course, I don't have much to show this time, but very cool feature there. It will refresh every time you close and reopen the app. So this is where we get to some of the interesting stuff down here. Upgrade zone. There's 343 upgrades in this game. For reference, the full desktop version of the game has 485 upgrades. So this version has a lot. And that's one of the things that makes me believe that probably all of the buildings are here, as well as probably most of the cookie upgrades. The stuff that isn't here, I assume, is anything related to Heavenly Chips, anything related to any of the seasons, any of the synergy upgrades. Let's see. Some of the cookies, the cookie upgrades, of course, that are related to seasons or the heavenly upgrades aren't going to be there as well. But besides that, there's a lot in this game already. Besides that stuff, you can see your percentage, total upgrade zone. You can click this to view all the upgrades you own, which is nice. Let me see. Can you click? Yes, you can click on it and actually tell you everything about them too. This nice little pop-up. So there's that. I got a couple of kitten upgrades. You got your achievements and your milk tier. You see this 326 achievements. The base game has 415. So that's even closer to the base game as far as how many are implemented. Again, that one is not going to have stuff related to ascending. It's not going to have sugar lumps, any of the sugar lump related achievements. There's a lot of miscellaneous ones too that I'm sure are in, as well as, I don't know if shadow achievements are in yet either. Probably not. But you can actually see the full achievement page, and you can click on the ones that you've gotten. But unlike the base game, you can't mouse over these guys to do anything, although I guess usually that doesn't give you any information anyway. I don't know if there's the upgrade or the achievement where you have to click it. I don't know. I don't know how many of those goofy little achievements are in. Because, for example, let's look at the cookie dunking achievement. That's not really possible on mobile. So I'm gonna say that one's not in. But stuff like the achievement where you have to click on the achievement slot to unlock it, that could be here. And I just don't know, because I haven't clicked on every single achievement slot yet. But, no, I'm not gonna sit here and do that. But, there's a lot of achievements, so I suspect a lot of the more interesting ones actually are in, too, maybe with changed implementations or something like that. There's a lot in this game already. So I'm very impressed with what's going on so far. Again, there's no ascending yet. I'm assuming that's, that's going to be a pretty big deal when that gets added. I think that's all we got in the stats page here. Now if we go to MISC, you have the tip of the day. Tips today off your hands, including tip. Yes, this is a bit of a self-referential one. It says tap for the next tip, and if you listen, there's actually the noise, but it doesn't actually let you cycle through tips, so that I suspect is another minor bug. Yeah, version. Oh, I actually completely didn't notice this was here. This is where 329, 317 achievements. I feel like we already have a few more of those. Well, it's actually. Oh, this was actually in May. Private alpha for our patrons supposed minimal feature. I don't actually remember hearing about this. I didn't remember seeing that posted anywhere. Huh, did I just completely miss that? Oh, that's news to me. Alright. Alpha, yeah, so this is when I started playing, right here in this alpha patch. So this is where he actually talks about the Graham Apocalypse. Unlocks research in the spread. Okay, so I guess the research is going to be in this spread. That's very interesting. Yeah, I think I'll probably do a video on that when I start experiencing that. Assuming I'm here, because I'm going on vacation soon. Anyway. Mouse upgrades, no appliance to me. Golden cookies are not tracked. Oh, apparently, yeah, I did remember seeing a bug that golden cookies weren't tracked for a bit. Should no longer spawn under the ad. The ad's actually off screen right now. I actually cut it out from the footage, but Maxence. Okay, so a few CPS achievements now require unbuffed CPS. Okay, running update 2. All right, so I'm actually curious about this because I didn't remember seeing him post about this on his Patreon, but I must have just missed it. Alright. But then besides that, we have About, which is mostly just some of his links. I highly recommend you check them out. Check them out on Patreon. Get access to the demo, because this is honestly very feature-rich already. You have Wipe Save, which it double checks that you actually want to do it. And then you have your settings. Turn off some of the fancy graphics, the little particles there. But, I'm running this on an emulator, obviously. And it runs everything just fine. That kind of segues into, if I'm going to switch over to me for a second. I do also, obviously you can run it on emulator or on your phone here. So this save, of course, is a lot more behind now because I had that bug happen. But it's got everything you come to expect here. It runs very smoothly, as you can see. It's a little bit laggy, I think, on the emulator, even after enabling BIOS or virtualization, but it runs very well, and it's very, very well polished experience. I know the mobile market has been flooded with fake cookie clickers for a long time, but now the king is finally showing up. So, yeah, but I think that's gonna do it. I think that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check the description for a link to our twitch.tv channel. I'm currently streaming modded Terraria. I'm gonna be out for a week, I think, coming up. But we got Calamity Mod and some others. Check out the Discord if you want to keep up to date as far as live stream plans or talk about this game or any of the other main games I play. And also, I do want to get you guys' feedback on what you guys want to see out of me as far as this version of the game. I definitely want to cover the Graham Apocalypse because I suspect it's going to work a bit differently in this version. And I just kind of, I want to show you guys what that all is about and kind of discover it as I'm looking through it for the first time, like on video, I guess. Because I suspect that's going to be different. But besides that, I want to know what else you guys would be interested in. Obviously, I'm going to do update videos, as you've come to expect from me with Cookie Clicker. I will be doing update videos on the mobile version, at least for any reasonably significant updates. Certainly when the legacy feature comes out, or ascending, whatever, I guess it's officially called ascending here. Want to cover that. But besides that, let me know what you guys want to see, and I'll try my best to do that, I guess. But yeah, thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Okay, I just wanted to I don't know where I'm gonna end up putting this. I did just encounter an interesting little bug where I noticed there's a golden cookie. I clicked it, and then it didn't go away. So it just let me click it a whole bunch of times. As you can see, I have like 6 stacks of clicking frenzy right now, or is there actually a place to show you active? I don't think so. But I just got a bunch of basically it was just a golden cookie that I could click as many times as I wanted while it was still fading out. I think it was near the end of its lifespan, so I'm not sure if that might have something to do with this little bug, but I just wanted to mention that because I know Ortail and them are looking for bugs, so I want to contribute however much I can, and that was, you saw, that was definitely something interesting going on there. I wish I was recording at the time where I clicked it, but just wanted to throw that out there.